Hey everyone. I want to introduce you to my Monstera Esqueleto. It's looking a little um like it's seen better days, but I just recently chopped it about 2 weeks ago. And here are the cuttings. I have been rooting them in water, and they've surprisingly got pretty fast growing root system on actually all of the cuttings. Some of them have new growth points started. And since those have been submerged before below the water level, I've decided to go ahead and pot some of them up in some little self-wicking pot setups that I made up that will cover the roots in LECA, and then I can use a little reservoir with it. So I'm going to do that real quick. So I'm going to pot this one up. It's got a nice little growth point. I'll come around and show that to you. Right there, you can see it. It's pretty nice, and all those lifelong roots are growing really well. So I'm going to use this pot and pot that up. So put this back in here real quick. Put a little leca in the bottom of here, and it's probably a little too much. Take that little plant. I want that little growth point to be like at the top. So I have to put these roots down in there. A little too much leca. All right, go. Get these roots in there. Get that kind of below the line, and then add my leca, trying to make sure that I keep these roots below the leca, cover them up as much as possible. Completely cover them up. Where's the growth point? I'll make sure that was exposed. All right, there we go. Make sure those roots are nice and covered. And that growth point can be exposed. So there's the first one. Let's see what else we got here. Does this one have a growth point? It has a tiny little one, but I'm going to give that a little more time in the water. Um, Same with this one. And this one also needs a little bit more time in the water. So what that does is it gives it a little more space in this vessel for there to be some additional root growth. So I earlier potted up um, the first cutting, and so I have now two pots with single leaf cuttings, and then I have another the top cutting from one of these where I've rooted that in some leca in a water glass. So I'll gather those up real quick and come and show them to you. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. So I'm going to show you the first cutting that I potted up. You can see that growth point right there. It's advancing pretty good, and that's a pretty nice looking leaf. So I'm pretty excited to see how quickly these grow. Um, the root system has developed voraciously. I was surprised. You can see that white bit of root there on the camera. And so this is going to take off. So I think um, I'll do another update in a couple of weeks to show you the progress of these cuttings. But I just wanted to show you this is the top cutting for one of the stems here. The other one, it was in the process of running, so it sent out a long runner, and so I cut up the runner and wasn't really all that interested in trying to make any wet sticks out of them. So only kept the stems that had leaves on them. or good sized leaves. So this is the top cutting. It's starting to unfurl the last leaf that it was putting out. And this stem here, the stems that are left have multiple new growth points on them. This one here has one that's down below the level of the pot here. There's another one here. There's another one back here. Um, there's a small one that's coming out between these leaves here. And this stem has a nice large new growth point that's right here towards the top of the stem, in addition to some smaller activations down here. And this actually has a root that is already attached to this cocoa core pole. And again, I just repotted this about 2 weeks ago. So this is pretty promising growth already. This I set it out in the sun after repotting it, and it's in LECA, and I was also transferring it to LECA. So this was its first time in LECA. So it got a little dry and it got a little sunburn, but it is definitely recovering. And I wanted to get it onto a pole so that I could get larger leaves on it and everything. So I think that's happening. So pretty excited to see what comes next. So stay tuned and like and subscribe if you want to see more of these videos. Thanks. Have a good day.